Alright, so I'm on basically a fresh character. Granted, I geared that character via my method of my last video. Using my main's currency to gear it. Does wonders. Actually gets you geared pretty quickly. Doesn't get you everything you want, but gets you quite a bit. But as you can see, I'm gonna give some arena tips because all I do is PvP. I'm not very good at it. I'm not great, so don't expect a whole lot. And this is the first time I've ever played a mage at endgame. Um, as you can see, it's 1380 right now currently, and I'm playing with a rogue. And we're waiting on Q pop. This is our first game together. We're not in voice, none of that. So before we actually get the Q pop, I want to talk to you about what is the most important thing you can do in arenas, especially twos or threes or any of it. To be completely honest, any PvP. And the most important thing is to stay alive, your life. And don't take that the wrong way. Sometimes it is better for you to die for the win than it is for you to stay alive for the loss. You'll figure that out and you'll feel that out eventually, and you'll understand what I mean by that. But here, this is the first game. Feel it out. He's asking lowest gear. That's what we end up doing. I try to ask him to help me just let me get frostbolts off so we can win very easily, because if I just get my frostbolts off, then I can pop all my cooldowns and just one-shot somebody. But I don't think that ends up happening. Yeah, so the priest is lowest HP. Always go with your initial plan. Always go with your initial plan. So he saps the priest, which is our lowest target, and my sheep's gonna DR with that. So I decide I'm gonna go ahead and sheep the shaman, because my sheep does DR with that. And he's trinket too. I'm not gonna eat that full stun. I can't eat that full stun. So I only popped one cooldown, which is my covenant cooldown. I'm taking a lot of damage here. I'm taking a lot. So I'm gonna try and get off as much damage as I can before I ice block. And he's not taking any damage, and they mass spelled that. So I'm running away, and I'm trying to force this priest around. So I force the priest around to the complete other side, and that shaman is not ready for that. So you see, we start getting him low health, and he pops every cooldown he has because he's almost dead. He's almost dead because he line of sighted his teammate the way he did. He thought he could get away with that. He couldn't. So I'm going to swap to the Ellie shaman, and I'm going to block. I'm just going to block because, they're both damaging the fuck out of me. They're doing everything they can, and the rogue hasn't had to pop any cooldowns yet. So I see that kidney, and I just go straight back on the priest. And we're going to get the second greater fade. Greater fade right there. And he's going to run away, which is great. And that priest is going to try and run away after him, because I get polyed, and he thinks he's going to be able to. But I'm going to force him around the opposite side of the pillar, and he's already reset. He's already on top of me. And then we're going to kill him right here. I'm line of sighting his other teammate. Yeah, that was a bad ultra time. You're very right. And my teammate's seated. I didn't realize in time because I'm still having to focus on like how my skills work. But whenever I did realize, I polyed so that he could get away, he could stealth, and he could heal up. Because it's always better if you have two. Never try and take the 1v1 unless you have a second person there to help you peel or something like that. So the rogue kind of fucks up right here and doesn't try and bait him into my Ring of Frost. But that's not that big of a deal because it's a 2v1. And he has cooldowns, I have cooldowns, we're good. He leaves, it's good and great, right? So on to the next game. This one is a little bit more interesting. So He calls out warrior, I think, in the beginning. Warrior easier here. I don't know. Monk. Yeah, that's what he said. I don't say shit. But that monk, the thing is, he has touch karma, and his touch karma is gonna heal him. So I need to get them focused on me because I'm gonna be the one that has to sit here and tank these guys. So I get this monk hard focused on me right now. And I'm not really popping cooldowns. I'm kind of just eating whatever that I can. I get talked. I get incapped. I just ice block it. Because I know that touch karma is going to end very soon. It's my job to stay alive, and it's his job to stay alive too. So pretty much, he's going to run the fuck away, and he's going to hope that I can just stay alive until he can heal up. Which is exactly what I'm doing. I use my alter time to stay alive, to regain my health. I'm about to have my second ice block back up here in a second. I'm doing damage to both of them. And I'm going to end up killing this monk right here. Because he tries to walk away from me to go try and get to that rogue. And this is where he fucks up. Right there. He tries to walk away from me. So my whole job there was to make sure and just hold out until the rogue could get healed up enough, So I placed that down for crowd control, and he decides to go through it. So I'll walk right back into it. And then I'll ice block inside of it. He's shattering throws that. I blink away. And I'll try and fleshcraft, and he kicks that, shadow locking a frost mage. And there's still a rogue alive. So what's he gonna do? Nothing. Fearful, he's dead. So it's all about kiting, staying alive, the best use of your abilities, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect with your abilities at these rankings and all of this and that. That's something that you learn and you figure out over time. Because if you ask me to play a mage at 1800, I would not be able to do it. I'm not good enough. But if you ask me to help someone get to 1600 on my mage, I would be able to do that. Because it's pretty basic stuff. And it's all about working with your teammate and helping to keep them alive. Sometimes all you have to do is keep your teammate alive and you win. Pretty much in a nutshell is what it is.